guys. Okay. Yeah, thanks.
Go through next door. Yeah, okay. We'll start with Rob and we'll go. Okay, fine, no problem, and then we'll go next door for the day.
Good, yeah.
Rob.
Brendan, can I ask you one that's a serious matter, and we're asking all Premier League managers and see what you think about it. But Gareth Southgate has told the papers today that he's going to discuss with the England squad when they next meet up how they will react as a group if there's racism in Bulgaria when they go out there. And the discussion is centred around whether they should walk off or not. Now, I know there are protocols there, but have you got a view on it? Because we do seem to have seen an increase recently in racist incidents, shall we say, and how players and managers should respond to it in a match situation.
Yeah, it seems it's a constant, isn't it? It's something that keeps coming up, which is sad. But I think that there's a lot of people doing a lot of work, and I think firstly, what we'd say is that we would have to support the player. That's natural. Any form of racism, of course, is our job is to protect the players, and then, like I say, I think there's protocols in place there that are in place by FIFA that I think we'll all follow accordingly, really. But the most important thing is the support, and then the constant drive to not make it part of our society, and never mind football. So, but yeah, it does seem to be out there. But we have to be vigilant towards trying to ensure that we can, like I said, not stand for it, and that's something that has continued both in football and society.
Thank you, mate. Well said. I want to ask you about James Maddison. Is he and are you a little bit disappointed that he didn't get any minutes at all for England?
Well, I spoke to James yesterday. He came back. He really enjoyed his time with England, and I think it was fair to say every player that goes there would like to have some game time, but of course not everyone can play. James is a young player. He's been doing great, and I think he understands he's not entitled to anything. I think this is what has to be important for whether it's young players here at a club or going to play for the country. All you can do is do your very best, work hard. Because you're playing well doesn't mean you're entitled to go straight into the team. But James doesn't think that. He knows he's in a really talented squad of players. He's worked ever so hard to get where he is, and now he's very determined to work even harder to go and play and hopefully contribute for England. So yeah, he's gone away, enjoyed his time. Obviously the team won. The guys that played and got the job done, and he'll hope in the future that he can, with his talent, force his way in.
Southgate's also been speaking about Jamie Vardy. He was asked about him directly, in fairness. He didn't just come up with it himself. And he seemed to imply that the door's still open. He said that you can't ignore the way Jamie Vardy's playing and how well he's playing. And he said when they first discussed it and he said he was going to step away after the World Cup, they said, well, neither of us will close the door. You're his club manager. He's 33 in January, and I know he's still one of the quickest players in the Premier League. But would you have any reservations about him going back and increasing his workload with England?
Well, something that we spoke briefly on when I came in. I think that that will be with the player, really, and I think that Jamie made his decision on it. It wasn't something that he just made very quickly. It's something that he had to think about, and probably to prolong his career, maybe at club level, he felt that was the best thing. So, and we haven't really spoke on it after that. He's, like you say, he's one of the elite strikers at this level, not just as an English striker, but in the whole league. He's incredible talent, and of course, an England squad with him in it would be stronger for that. However, Jamie's made his decision, and of course that's to the benefit here of Leicester, which of course I'm very happy with.
How are the internationals? Are they all back, and have they all come back okay?
Yeah, all come back, all fine, and they're all fitting well.
Kelechi Iheanacho didn't get any game time for Nigeria again, and I suspect you probably wanted him to. Is it difficult to throw him straight in because he's having so little time? Is he still part of your plans and you still want to involve him as and when you can? Yeah,
he's very much a part of the squad. We've a really tight training group of which he is a part of. And over the course of the season, we're going to need all the players. What we've done in the summer was we strengthened the squad, which means the training group now is super competitive and everyone's fighting for a place, not just to play, but to be on the bench. So it was nice his attitude's great. He trains hard every day, whether he's playing in the squad or not in the squad, and he will continue to do that.
It's been a great start for you. Third in the table, unbeaten still. So I guess you had some satisfaction going into the international break, but did it come at a bad time for you in that regard, or was it actually quite a nice time to take stock, do you think?
It is what it is. We knew in the summer, and there was 4 games and a cup game, and then you have your international break. So listen, it's still very early. It's a very good start. The players have got the rewards for a lot of the focus and commitment that they had over the course of the summer, and we knew we wanted to make a good start. So but it's only 4 games, and like I say, we'll continue to work. We still have a lot to improve on, and that's the nature of this squad. They're very keen to improve and be better. So, and the next chance is to do that on Saturday.
With that game in mind, there's a lot of pundits, and ourselves included, that have looked at this game and think it could be a really interesting barometer to see where Leicester are in terms of their ambitions to go as high as you would like them to. Is that how you see it?
Well, it's not a barometer for our ambition. Our ambition is there. I
guess how close you are to meeting that ambition.
Yeah. It's a long season. I think that we really look forward to the game. We're playing against a top class team that have outstanding players and are playing at home in a great arena. So, but I'm also aware that Leicester haven't won there for 21 years. So we're very keen to go there and put on a good performance that can get us a result. So the players are looking forward to it. The coaching staff, myself, we're all been preparing for it, and we look forward to a really good game. Do
you see it though as a chance for you to see where your players are in terms of comparing yourselves with the big 6, with the big 4? Because maybe Manchester United aren't quite as strong as they have been in recent times. It's
still very early. I think that I seen something the other week there that a team or someone has lost, Man City has lost a player, and all of a sudden that means that the title race has swung to Liverpool, and this is only after a couple of games. There's so much to happen. Our job over the course of the season is to make sure we arrive in the second part of the season in a competitive position, and then we look at it from there. But there's no doubt it's a brilliant game for us. We got really talented group that are exciting and look forward to every game, and this is a chance for us to go and show and demonstrate our qualities on a fantastic stage.
Is Old Trafford as daunting a place to go for an away team as it has been in the past?
It's always a difficult place to go. I've obviously been there with a few teams and won and lost and whatnot. So, but they will always have quality, and maybe some of the results that they've had maybe says otherwise at times. But it's still always a difficult place. You've got to really go and earn your right to win there. I repeat, Ollie's come in and done a great job with them, stabilising everything when he came in. They went on a good run and maybe didn't end the season how they wanted to. But you only have to look through their squad to see the quality that's there, and I'm sure Ollie will be very focused at getting them to be that consistent team over the course of the season. So we expect a tough game.
Thank you, mate.
Ian. Hi, Brendan.
Hi.
You mentioned the internationals have come back with that injury. I wonder if there are any other injuries that you're having to deal with at the minute to first team players?
No, not at the minute. There's only Matty James that's been a bit more longer term.
Can you tell us anything on Matty and any update on him?
No, he'd had an issue in and around his Achilles, and and he had an operation a few weeks ago. So that was the reason Matty wasn't involved in our squad for this first part of the season, because he was going to be out for a little period of time. But apart from that, everyone is involved and working.
Desperately unlucky for Matty, of course. I know you've said has always worked very, very hard. Is there any kind of information as to whether it'll be, are you thinking weeks, Brendan, or is it a month's thing for Matthew James? I know he's not in your squad, but to be fit and be that match ready.
Yeah, no, he's still a very important member of our squad, even though he's not involved. He's got huge talent. He's just been so unfortunate over these last few years with injuries, and I really feel for him because I like him a lot, both as a guy and as a football player. So we're not putting any timeline on it. It's just really to get him back, get him fit. He's working tirelessly every day in order to come back. So there's no timeline on it. We'll just see how he develops over the next few months, and hopefully come January get back to some sort of level.
You mentioned James Maddison, or you were asked about James Maddison earlier on. With the fact he's come back and he wasn't given opportunity, particularly against Kosovo the other night, could that dent his confidence that he's in the form he's in? He's gone to England, they're leading, and he hasn't been used. Could that be a negative thing for him?
There may be, but it was the reason I had him in the next day, him and Ben, just to talk through. Ben obviously did very well in the game, so it was his first game back with England for a little while, and he was excellent. James has gone there, and like you say, would have hoped to have featured but hadn't. So it was a case of just whatever he was feeling, it was a case of bringing him in and just sitting him down and saying, listen, you've done great to get there, but now the hard work begins, because you've got to stay there and you've got to arrive in there. I think in this modern world, everything, we want it so quickly. This sense of entitlement with people, and young people in particular, not through James, but through, I'm just saying generically. So it's the case of trying to give my experience and say, look, listen, you take your time, be the best you can for Leicester, and that's all you can do. And then when you arrive with England, it'll be the choice of the coaches, but make sure you're the best that you can be for Leicester City. And James is that type. He's got confidence, he's got a lovely swagger, which I love, but it's not a misplaced belief. He's a top class young player, and I believe that in time he'll show he has the qualities to play.
What do you think of those attributes in the youth come from, Brendan, whether in society, in sport, and has that changed in your view? You've been a coach for a long time. Has that changed when you've got younger? Is it more appetite, and is that a positive thing, and kind of how do you have to temper that as well?
No, I think that society has changed. There's less of a respect in many aspects of life from young people, and even though I'm deemed to be this younger coach, I've been around a long time, and one of the values which we tend to always try and ensure within our culture is respect, first and foremost. Just simple little things, and that's my job as a leader, to ensure that those values are passed on to young players. So you're just trying to create that humility within the group. Like I said, he plays with a lovely arrogance in the pitch, but he's not that off the field. He's got great qualities. He has a belief in himself, but he's prepared to work. And of course, it's his second involvement in the senior squad, James, and he will look to hopefully continue with that. But I think young people in general, it's something that it's the period of their lives that they were in. The world has changed, and we have to try and support and help youngsters to have that personality, but also to have the respect.
Youth and Experience have had fun on social media today, Brendan. Wes Morgan is a little unhappy with our friends at EA. He suggests that having pace of 29 out of 99 in his EA card, he's unhappy.
To what? Sorry, say
so
that.
they rate the players on different skills: tackling ability, pace, shot, etc., etc. EA, as in the FIFA game,
yeah.
And Wes has 29. And he's messaged EA. The lads have had a lot of fun with it.
Out of what?
Out of 99.
99, that's it.
Yeah, a 29 out of 99.
For all his attributes?
No, for his pace only. Beg your pardon, pace.
His pace?
Yes. Now, a few of your quicker players have jumped to his support and said this can't be true. But it's got us thinking, if Jamie Vardy's 88 out of 99, Wes Morgan's 29, Harry Maguire's 50. It could make Saturday an interesting race, could it not?
Listen, there won't be too many quicker than Jamie. You'd back him. I certainly know that they'll be looking to defend a wee bit deeper, I would say, with his pace. But No, I think it's a bit harsh on Wes. You know, he's the speed's in his brain now at the age you get to when you're in your mid-30s. But yeah, thankfully he's back fit now as well. So, but yeah, I would defend him on that. He's certainly quicker than 29 out of 99.
It got us thinking. You do have some quick players, some particularly quick players. Talking of pace, if you two would be assembling a 4x100 metre team, who'd be in your 4x100 metre team?
I'd have to go and think about it.
In which,
yeah, he'd be on the band, eh?
in which case, maybe in the next couple of questions, you may have an answer for me. You may not. Do you believe that Harry Maguire will brief Ole Gunnar Solskjaer with? You know, he's worked with you for a long, long time. Harry left not too long ago. Will he be revealing the tricks of your trade up at Old Trafford ahead of the big game?
I don't think so. I think now how the game works, all the analysts do a lot of the work, recruitment staff and scouts. So I'm sure Ollie will have all the information that he would want on our team, watching the team. So yeah, I wouldn't have thought he would have spoken too much on Harry.
And how will you greet Harry if you get to see him?
No, I text Harry still now, wish him the best when he was playing with England and stuff. He was, like I said before, and I repeat, he was a remarkable guy, like a fantastic player, and for me, his behaviour in the period that he was here really typified him as a man. Even though it was so difficult for him right the way through the summer, from the beginning or the end of the season, right the way through, his behaviour was exempt, and I'll always have a big respect for him from that. He's a good guy, and he's gone in there, and you can see he's made them better.
Mark Albrighton said to the club's website, you need to go to Old Trafford and win, not be overawed by it all. Going there to get the 3 points. Does that just show the level of confidence that you've got that, as you say, it was 1998 that the Foxes last won at Old Trafford, but your squad now have genuine belief that they can go and beat Manchester United?
Well, you have to have that. Whether it's warranted or not, you need to believe, and it's so important. And it's been some of the key messages I've said to players since I've come in. You know, that you have to be able to go to any arena and believe that you can win. And I think this group and how we're playing and how we've worked and how we've created our mindset, you know, genuinely has that belief. But we always respect every opposition that will play, but we go with a confidence that if we work well and we play to our level, then we have a great chance wherever we go to get a result. And the team has shown that. So hopefully, like I say, we expect a tough game against very good players, but we know we can go there and perform, and that'll be our idea on Saturday.
Lots of people now are talking about you as genuine top 6, even top 4 contenders. Do you enjoy that? Do you relish that? Are you bothered by that you're not quite as under the radar, albeit 4 games in, than the start of the Premier League season? No,
like I said, as I said before, it is early, but whatever expectation is out there, we embrace it. You know, we know what we want to achieve ourselves. It's nice because people obviously looking at the team and see they're playing well and functioning well. The beauty for me is I know there's still lots for us to improve on. And like I say, it's a long season. Still very early, but I'm delighted for the players because it's important to start well, and they've started very well. And the beauty is they'll get better. So that bodes well for us.
I'll have another bite. I'll put Jamie Vardy on your anchor leg for you.
Yes.
The home straight. He's bringing it home for you. I'm backing you're probably not going to leave Ricardo out. So he's probably in your 4x100 team.
So you get the first leg and you get the fourth leg. Who would you put in the middle?
Well, you might tell me that James Justin's just ridiculously quick. We've not seen too much of him. I'm just wondering what kind of pace he...
Well, we've got a few, haven't we? We've got Damari, who's super quick. Harvey Barnes, who's very, very quick. So, yeah, I'd have to think on what would and look at our stats to see who'd be quick.
I'll come back to it another day. Good luck at the weekend.
Please do.
Thank you.
We're next door for the dailies then, thank you.
Well done, guys.